Good morning. This is Erwin St. Rose reporting for WKEJ News in Chicago. In the business world, Chicago Public Schools on Monday began notifying nearly 1,500 teachers and support staff who are being fired amid a previously announced $200 million budget cut and a shift in student enrollment. The announcement came as CPS released its $5.7 billion 2016 budget, which includes a historic $1.1 billion budget deficit driven by rapidly rising pension payments. The layoff notices will affect 479 teachers and 1,012 other staff members out of more than 41,500 employees, according to the school system. CPS officials said 99% of the teacher cuts are due to shifting student enrollment, though a history teacher who got a notice, Allison Valentine, said she didn't understand it since the department was understaffed and the school was seeing an increase in students. The spending plan also includes about $500 million in pension savings that have yet to be enacted by the Illinois legislation. The school officials said that if lawmakers do not reach a resolution on pensions, CPS will close the funding gap with an additional cuts or more borrowing. Last month, the Chicago Board of Education approved the sale of up to $1.16 billion of bonds for the cash-strapped system. In world news, celebrations broke out all over Sierra Leone at the weekend after a ban on public gatherings prompted by the outbreak of Ebola more than a year ago was lifted. Sierra Leoneans were allowed to go to sporting events and nightclubs and stay out in restaurants after 9 p.m., following the decision by President Ernest Bai Koroma to lift the ban this past Friday. Some partied hard into the night while others played football on the beaches and flocked to makeshift cinemas to watch the Manchester United and Arsenal matches. Though Koroma lifted the ban on public gatherings, he extended a state of emergency and some key restrictions, including on traditional burials and Sunday markets. The president said, "The easing of restrictions is not a sign that Ebola is over. It is not. The risk has receded, but Ebola has not fully retreated." Although life appears to be back to normal in Freetown, there is a widespread recognition that the country cannot relax until it is free of Ebola for 42 days. In local news, Chicago police evacuated Wrigley Field after someone called in a bomb threat following a Chicago Cubs game yesterday afternoon. But investigators determined that the threat was unfounded. The threat was called into the Town Hall Police District in the Lakeview neighborhood, according to Police News Affairs Officer Nicole Trainer. Cubs officials later confirmed that it was a bomb threat. After a thorough search by law enforcement, no evidence was found to suggest that this threat was credible. Police finished their investigation just after 7 p.m., and reporters and Wrigley Field staff were allowed back into the stadium. Sunday's game saw the Cubs beat the Giants 2-0, completing a 4-game sweep over their National League rivals. The game ended around 4:30 p.m., so the stadium mostly was empty of fans by the time police arrived. In national news, a hiker was killed by a grizzly bear in Yellowstone National Park last week. The National Park Service said a preliminary investigation had found. Although an exact cause of death was yet to be determined, the service said investigators had identified what appeared to be a defensive wound on the man's arms. It said the victim had been found partially consumed in the vicinity of the Elephant Black Loop Trail near Lake Village on Friday afternoon. Based on partial tracks found at the scene, it appears that an adult female grizzly and at least one cub of the year were present and likely involved in the incident, the National Park said in a statement. In sports news, the Chicago Bears have a trade in the works that will send guard Ryan Groy to New England Patriots and bring him a linebacker in return. Groy left camp late this morning to travel to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where he must pass a standard physical before the trade is official. The Bears will receive rookie linebacker Matthew Wells, a 6th-round draft pick from Mississippi State, in return, according to ESPN. Groy, who played at Wisconsin, appeared in 4 games and made 3 starts at the end of the season. It's possible the Bears receive only a conditional draft pick in exchange for Groy. This has been Erwin St. Rose reporting for WKEJ News in Chicago. Have a great day. Until next time, Chicago.